how to get shredded. Now, the first tip is to count your calories, of course. The most important thing, and the thing that you've probably heard the most of, is calories in, calories out. Now, a lot of people that want to get leaner aren't tracking their calories, and this is actually the most simple possible way that you can lose weight without all of the other stuff that I'm going to tell you in this video. Now, if you use all of the tips that I'm going to tell you in this video, then it'll be much, much easier to lose weight. The second tip is make sure that you're not eating processed foods, okay? So things like chips, cookies, candy, all of those things, you need to do away with them. Now, of course, everything in moderation is okay, but I find that usually when I'm indulging in a lot of those things, I'll start to lose leanness very rapidly because I can't control how much I'm eating. Now, if you're somebody who can eat only one cookie a day or one cookie every couple days, then hey, you're better than me. But I find that it's much more reliable to either switch out the type of cookie that you're eating or chip or candy or whatever for a healthy alternative. So make sure that you're not eating a large amount of processed foods. You also want to go online and search up body mass calculators and make sure that the amount that you're going to shred to is within the healthy range for your body type and size. Another thing that you want to do is buy a scale. You need to buy a scale. And every single morning before you've done anything, before you've eaten food, before you've drunken water, before you've done anything, you need to weigh yourself and write it down in a book to make sure that you know where your weight is going. A lot of people that I know that struggle with their weight and are trying to lose it, they tend to have the ostrich effect sort of veil over their eyes. Now, if you guys don't know what the ostrich effect is, I'll pop it up here, but they tend to have that effect sort of veiled over their eyes, and they'll check their weight every couple of days or every couple of weeks, and it always gets out of control, okay? What you need to do is you need to make sure that you're being accountable and you know your weight on a daily basis, all right? A lot of people that are poor will ignore their bank account and ignore their finances and continue to live in that rut, okay? And that's why they stay there, because they're not trying to manage their finances on a higher level, okay? So that's like a little comparison there. But just make sure that you have a weight, or make sure that you have a scale. You need to make sure that you're checking your weight on a daily basis. Another tip is intermittent fasting, okay? So intermittent fasting is when you fast for a certain portion of the day. I usually fast from morning till around 12, 1 o'clock, and that seems to keep me pretty shredded year-round. I stay shredded all the time pretty much, and I have no problem doing it because of intermittent fasting, I think. And I also do a completely full fasted day on Sundays. So that's another thing that I would really recommend. Of course, it's going to be difficult during the start of it, but you also have to ask yourself, how bad do you really want it? Okay? So if you're having trouble eating, or you just really can't intermittently fast, then you might not want it as bad as you want it. Or you might not want it as bad as you think you want it. And of course, the tip that you all knew was coming, have a high intensity workout regimen, okay? So cardio is great for this sort of thing. Make sure that you're getting your hill sprints in, or just sprints in general. You need to make sure that you are burning off the calories, but not only burning off the calories, you are not replacing them, okay? This is another huge issue that a lot of the people that I know that struggle with their weight have. They will do a large amount of exercise and then eat all the calories back. So it's all worthless, you know, like maybe a little bit of the high intensity exercises got their blood flowing, which is great, of course, but they gained all of the calories back and they look the exact same, if not bigger. So you need to make sure that you have a lid on this, all right? how much calories are you burning? You can go online and you can search up, okay, if I run for a certain amount, how many am I burning in, like, it'll tell you a range, obviously, not the exact thing, but what you need to do is make sure that you know as much as you can know. If you have an Apple Watch, use it, okay? If you are gonna get like some sort of health tracker, that would be great. Then you can track it even more. Make sure that you know the numbers, all right? The last thing you wanna do is go days without actually knowing your weight, because then it's gonna get out of control. You need to track your calories, all right? The whole reason you're even here and you actually want to lose weight is because you have an issue with how much you're eating. So high intensity exercises. Sprinting is great. Generally going to the gym, lifting weights, and of course you can do all of the compound movements, the three being the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. Those are very, very good compound movements and they'll work your kinetic chain very well. The fifth tip is to drink a lot of water, okay? Let me say that again. Drink a lot of water. It will fill up your stomach, okay? So you won't be as hungry as you would have been without drinking it. It also flushes out all the fat in your body. If you drink water, you will be leaner. I'll link a study in the description as well that shows you that science, but drinking water is imperative, okay? If you're trying to get as lean as possible, as fast as possible, then implement these 5 tips and let me know if they work for you. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay.